statement, and I now give the floor to the representative of Greece.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to thank SRSG and Head of UNOCA, Mr. Barry, as well as the President of ICAS, Mr. Verissimo, for briefing us today. Madam President, allow me to emphasize the following 3 points. First, Greece commends the effort of the Special Representative in the region and UNOCA's commitment to the promotion of inclusive political dialogue, regional preventive diplomacy, and sustainable development. We welcome UNOCA's work in supporting the states of the Central African sub-region in preventing and fighting against unconstitutional changes of governments and election-related risks, and its advocacy for consensual and inclusive elections free from any restrictions on freedom of expression and from any hate speech or calls for violence, as the SRSG has stressed on several occasions. The fruits of pursuing such political processes are now more obvious than ever. In fact, as the SG report showcases, the completion of the political transition in Chad, along with its new national demobilization, disarmament and reintegration strategy, the progress of Gabon towards the full restoration of constitutional order and democracy, as well as the steps taken by other countries toward the greater regional integration through several bilateral agreements, testify also the good offices of UNOCA in the region. In this context, we urge the SRSG to continue his engagement with women and civil society leaders and his effort to strengthen the role and to ensure the full, equal, meaningful and safe participation of women and youth in all political processes. Second, the security and humanitarian situation in parts of the region remains alarming. The SG in his report noticed that the persisting insecurity in parts of the region caused by violent attacks of armed and terrorist groups and by continuous conflicts has led to millions of refugees, asylum seekers and IDPs in the 11 countries of the Central African sub-region. We express our deep concern and we strongly condemn all forms of human rights violations, abuses, violence against civilians, peacekeeping, humanitarian and medical personnel, sex and gender-based violence, human trafficking, violence and abuses committed against children, particularly recruitment and use of children committed by armed groups in some parts of the sub-region. On maritime security, we take note with great concern the various cases of piracy and abductions in the Gulf of Guinea, and we welcome all regional efforts promoting maritime safety and security, notably the steps taken for the assessment of the Yaoundé architecture. Third, the sub-region of Central Africa continues to experience the impacts of climate change with wide-ranging implications for regional stability. Extreme climate phenomena resulting in deadly and destructive floods, drought, desertification and land degradation, food and water insecurity, exacerbate the social and economic challenges and impact the security and stability of the sub-region, whilst women and girls are paying the heaviest price of both the conflicts and the natural disasters. Madam President, in concluding, let me stress that the Central African sub-region is facing challenges that can only be addressed through cross-border cooperation, as stated also in the Secretary General's report. We welcome the demonstrated political will to overcome the differences peacefully by the Central African states. We reiterate our strong commitment to the sovereignty, independence, unity and territorial integrity of all states in the region. Finally, we further encourage the SRSG and UNOCA to continue the cooperation with African Union, ICAS, ECOWAS, Lake Chad Basin Commission, Gulf of Guinea Commission and other relevant stakeholders in order to effectively address challenges to peace and security. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Greece for his statement.